There's trouble in paradise, pedo paradise.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Only I have my story. I know the truth.
Watching Trump these days is like an ice cream cone on an August afternoon.
Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting!
Fat Donnie has a lot of pressure on him for reasons that are becoming more apparent every day, and we'll get to that. At the UN this week, though, when the escalator stopped, Trump started a conspiracy that they were out to hurt him and Melania.
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle.
What's going on with the escalator? What do you think?
Yeah, they sabotaged them.
Yeah.
And they could have hurt the First Lady.
Tonight, the Associated Press reports that the UN understands that someone from the president's party who ran ahead of him inadvertently triggered the stop mechanism on the escalator.
Yeah, they're all losing it. And the attack on Kimmel, which blew up in Man-Titty's face.
Look how many views Tuesday night's monologue already has. 6.7 million.
And now those conservative TV networks are caving. It's just too much for Donnie. He's lashing out at Comey, James, Adam Schiff. But this is just the beginning, which brings me to this. 2 days ago, Trump and Melania were caught fighting on Marine One, the POTUS helicopter, when Trump was spotted waving his finger at his wife while she appeared to be arguing back at him.
Democrat hoax.
Now, while Man-Titties and mail order Melania were angrily yelling at each other, all this happening as they were returning from his FUBAR weekend at the UN, the focus is now on Melania, and the big question is this: how does the Epstein case involve her? Well, as it turns out, she's hip deep in it.
But before we rush to conclusions, let's go back. Way back. Before she was Mrs. Trump, Melania was just a young girl from Sevnica. But journalist Michael Wolff throws another twist into the narrative. In multiple interviews, he claimed Melania was already deeply embedded in Epstein's social scene before meeting Trump.
So we know this: the 79-year-old dementia candidate and his 55-year-old Slovenian house prisoner have ties to Jeffrey Epstein. They're seen in dozens of photos with Epstein and his monster sex trafficker, Ghislaine Maxwell. But here's where it gets worse and why Melania is freaking out. This is Paolo Zampoli. He's a former modeling agent who represented Melania Knus, now Melania Trump, and he introduced her to Donald Trump in 1998. In addition to being a modeling agent, wink, wink, Zampoli was also a board member of, wait for it, Ghislaine Maxwell's charity, the Terramar Project, and he became good friends with both Epstein and Trump. This is a fact no one debates. This is all happening while Epstein and Maxwell were assaulting young girls.
Zampoli wasn't just in fashion. He was pivoting into real estate. And his agency, ID Models, had an unusual dual role. According to insiders, models weren't just for runways or photo shoots. They were also used to lure wealthy clients into buying luxury real estate. If that sounds familiar, it's because Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell operated in a very similar way. Their social world was full of young women, often models or aspiring ones, mingling with older, powerful men. And Zampoli had known ties to both Epstein and Maxwell.
Now, here's where it gets testy. This past August, Hunter Biden claimed that Epstein introduced Donald and Melania. Trump said on Fox News that Epstein had nothing to do with the introduction. Zampoli introduced them. Melania Trump then threatened to sue Hunter Biden for $1 billion. But she won't, because if she did...
And then you have to get to damages, which is also really messy and something we all know. When there's a civil lawsuit, discovery in civil cases can encompass anything that's likely to lead to relevant admissible evidence. So that means the president, the first lady could be deposed. All of Epstein's associates could be deposed. This would be a real circus. I will say Hunter Biden fights his cases. As we know, he went to trial in his other cases. I think he fights his cases, and he'll have good representation telling him, here, fight this case.
But here's the big reveal. The night when Trump and Melania met at this place called the Kit Kat Bar in New York City, Epstein may not have been there, but Ghislaine Maxwell was. And in case you're a little unclear as to the extent of Maxwell's evil, listen to this.
She was inseparable from Epstein for nearly 3 decades, and in that time, she reportedly procured and groomed the middle school and high school age girls that Epstein and Maxwell and others reportedly preyed on.
Virginia Roberts was working in the spa at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach when British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell introduced her to multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein.
The training started immediately. I mean, it was everything down to how to give a blowjob, how to be quiet, be subservient, give Jeffrey what he wants.
Now, we know Melania, like the rest of us, have been through a lot with Trump, his disgusting behavior.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab him by the pussy.
The repeated infidelities.
If you had to, the lineup you mentioned, and picking it out of a lineup, which of these mushrooms, orange mushrooms, would most represent the Commander-in-Chief of the United States military?
Can you hold it up so it's coming at me at the correct angle?
Yes. They might fall off, though. Oh! Is this the one?
And of course, Trump's repeated visits via Epstein's plane to Epstein's place in Palm Beach and his island.
In 2021, as part of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, it was revealed that Donald Trump lied about riding on Epstein's plane. He actually flew on it 7 times.
And there are the young girls who claim Trump assaulted them when they were 13 and 14, and one of them committed suicide. And the civil case against Trump by Jean Carroll, for which a jury found him liable for rape. It's a nasty lineage for anyone, but especially for someone caught in the middle of this case. And then there's the odd way Melania got her visa. According to Melania's lawyer, she first entered the U.S. from Slovenia on a B1, B2 visitor visa in '96, which did not authorize her to work. 2 months later, she was issued her first H-1B work visa. And here's the funny part. In 2001, she obtained a green card under the EB-1 Extraordinary Ability category. It's called an Einstein visa. And then in 2006, Melania became a naturalized U.S. citizen. However, the timeline is bullshit. The famous nude photos of Melania Trump published by a tabloid were taken in New York in 1995, a year before her attorney claimed she entered the country. Slovenian journalists also placed her in the U.S. in '95. So as the Epstein circle begins to squeeze Trump, she's feeling it too. And while you can't deport U.S. citizens, you can deport naturalized citizens, especially when they lied about their work history and their spouses breaking laws against sex with minors.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Melania Canus ain't no Einstein, but the question is, how tough is she? She sleeps in a separate bedroom and has shown disdain for Trump in public, but could she ever leave him? And what would Trump do if she did?
Come to me, my love. Let me sing forevermore.
Remember, his first wife mysteriously fell down the stairs and he buried her on a golf course to get a tax break, so I wouldn't call him sentimental. And then, of course, there's Jeffrey Epstein's death, which might worry her.
Either he was helped by people in the prison to commit suicide. He didn't commit suicide by himself.
It's the controversial video that is triggering a MAGA mutiny. It's supposed to show raw footage of the jail cell where Jeffrey Epstein was being held the night he committed suicide. The video was released by the Department of Justice to prove that no one entered Epstein's cell before he was found dead, and that he really did take his own life. But it's only fueling more conspiracy theories. Look, the video jumps just before 11:59 to midnight. There's 1 full minute missing.
Yeah, Melania could bring it all down. The question is, does she have the stuff? And the moral to this story is an often told adage throughout history.
In secret recordings released by Michael Wolff, Epstein described himself as Trump's closest friend.
Keep your enemies close and your friends closer.
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
Smart people don't like me.
We will absolutely target you.
Do you have no shame?
Are you not entertained?
Who are you talking to?
I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm sorry, man.
You're a nasty person.
It's not fair.
I couldn't care less. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.